Hello there once again and welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, United Fan TV GH. And I am your host, Sean Budu, and tonight I'll be talking about Paul Pogba and Jose Mourinho. If you've been following the news on Manchester United recently, there are issues about a feud between Paul Pogba and Jose Mourinho. Paul Pogba is telling Mourinho that he should change his formation to suit him, and Mourinho insists that he should be able to play in whatever formation that Paul is put in. You remember some time back when Rooney was doing punditry on a game, he mentioned the fact that he sees Paul as a box-to-box midfielder, and Jose Mourinho came back and said that what he understands by a box-to-box midfielder is a player who attacks, defends, runs the channels, tackles, who does everything in the midfield, not just attack. So if they see Paul as a box-to-box midfielder, then he should be able to track back, he should be able to tackle, he should be able to intercept, he should be able to attack and do all of these things at the same time. So today I want to hear from you where you think Paul Pogba should be playing, and also if you think he has every right to be telling the coach who is in charge where he wants to play. You know, we've been hearing, or we've heard so many times about player power and how they influence the dressing room, especially the big stars when they have problems with their managers. And I, for one, I am a massive supporter of a manager whenever it comes to issues with players. I don't think the manager's authority should be questioned at any point in time, because he is in charge. He has a responsibility to deliver, and he has he takes the final blame when things don't go well. So if the manager feels that you should be playing in this position, then I think you should suck it up and play. And believe you me, I think Paul Pogba is most effective in a 4-3-3. But then for a midfielder of his quality, you would think that he would be able to perform in any position across the midfield when he's put there. At least give decent performances when he's put there. Let me give you an example. At Old Trafford against Newcastle United this season, we won 4-1. We played a 4-2-3-1. Paul Pogba scored a goal and gave an assist. This same Newcastle, you go to St. James, we play 4-2-3-1 and we lose by a goal to nil. The same formation, probably the same personnel. But then how do we lose the game at St. James and win the game at Old Trafford, where Paul Pogba was actually the man of the match? And it's amazing. You think about all these things, or you look at all these statistics, then you can't make excuses for Paul anymore. I feel he is a player of great talent. I feel he has so much quality in him. I feel that he needs to forget everything else and focus on his football. He needs to forget everything else. He needs to forget everything his agent will tell him. He needs to forget leaking things to the press, because I feel like he and his agent, they are leaking things to the press. He needs to just focus on the football, because he's talented. Paul Pogba is probably top 3 midfielders in the league at the moment. So if he has issues with his formation, the formation he's played in, I beg your pardon, then I'm beginning to question his commitment. I'm beginning to question his love for the club. I'm beginning to question his service to the manager. I believe that he should be able to play in a 4-2-3, even though that will not be the most effective tactics for him. He should be putting in decent performances. He shouldn't be in a midfield and John Joe Shelby should be bossing the midfield. It's not right. It's not right at all. So I would like to hear from you what you think about the whole Mourinho Pogba issue, and who you think is right in this issue, and what you think they should both do. What Mourinho should do to get the best out of Pogba, and what Pogba should do to fit into the plans of the Manchester United manager. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again on another episode of United Fan TV GH. Bye bye.